Now to the Orlando terror attack. New information. Chilling Facebook posts show the terrorist posted on Facebook as he executed those 49 innocent people. Fox News correspondent Phil Keating is live outside the terrorist home in Fort Pierce, Florida. Phil?
Greta, as if slaughtering 49 people and wounding 53 others was not unthinkable enough, we now know that the homegrown terrorist Omar Mateen was lingering all around the blood and bodies for hours, all while posting messages on his Facebook page. All of this happening in that 3.5-hour window between the opening salvo of violence and the final gun battle with Orlando police. Some of the posts: I pledge my alliance to ISIS leader Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi. May Allah accept me. The real Muslims will never accept the filthy ways of the West. You kill innocent women and children by doing U.S. airstrikes. Now taste the Islamic State vengeance. And America and Russia, stop bombing the Islamic State. Mateen also posted that there would be more Islamic State attacks in the U.S. in the coming days. And per the chair of the Senate Homeland Security Committee, while survivors hid terrified in the club's bathroom, Mateen also was searching these words on the web: Pulse Orlando, shooting, and San Bernardino attack. Apparently checking to see if his massacre had made the news yet, all while more shooting and killing was still to come. Mateen also made 16 phone calls while inside the bloodbath. To whom? Well, the FBI is tracking that down, and at least one media report says Mateen also sent a text from the club to his wife, Noor Salman. What that text reveals, we do not know, but FBI sources and federal law enforcement sources tell us that she knew plenty about her husband's deadly plans, but did nothing about it. But as of tonight, right now, she remains a free woman, still not under arrest, certainly not here at her condo complex, but remaining in hiding. And according to her father-in-law, the father of the killer, she is no longer in the state of Florida. Greta?
Phil, thank you. And many law enforcement officers put their lives on the line to take down that evil terrorist inside Pulse nightclub. And joining us, Orlando Mayor Buddy Dyer and Orlando SWAT Commander Captain Mark Canty. Good evening, gentlemen. And boy, my heart goes out to you and your community. You've had a tough few days, and each day seems even worse. But thank you for joining me.
Thank you, Greta. Good evening.
Mayor, do you have any new information on where this killer was before he went to the Pulse? What did he do that day and the hours leading up to this?
No, I don't have any new information. The FBI is obviously investigating that. I probably at this point have less information than the general public because I don't have the opportunity to watch TV much during the day, and it seems like your news organizations are getting lots of leads that get reported before we even get that information.
Captain, then let me turn to you about that evening and, the utter chaos and having to make decisions so quickly and not knowing what was inside. There were conversations between the killer and 911 and others. Did that have any bearing on the decision when to go in?
It did. I think our goal initially was, or throughout the whole thing, was to try to get people out as quickly as possible. Obviously, the longer something like this goes, it obviously has a greater potential for ending badly. So while we were there, we prepped to get people out, and I think we rescued a lot of people prior to our final breach, and we just were. The goal was try to get as many people out as possible.
I try to put myself in your shoes, and at the time, I suspect you don't know how many people were inside. You don't know whether he was telling the truth about what he had or what he intended to do. Frankly, maybe, I don't know, I guess I would have thought trying to keep him talking, I might be able to talk him out of not killing more. So am I right that it's just incredibly difficult on the ground?
It is incredibly difficult because you don't know what his absolute mindset is or what his end game is. But I know we have trained negotiators that were at our communications center. We have an excellent SWAT team. We have excellent patrol officers. And our goal throughout the whole thing was to try to get as many people out as possible.
Now, he spoke to 911. He made a call to a TV station. Did he try to call anybody else?
That I do not know. I think that's probably a question for the FBI as they continue on with their investigation.
Is the scene still sealed, Captain?
I believe the FBI is still working it. They've kind of taken over the entire scene, so they're working the scene, and once they're done, they'll clear it.
Mayor, how do you deal with this in your community? You've had the singer last week, then you have 49 innocents slaughtered, and now you had this poor child. I mean, it's you know, I can't think of any community that's been hit this hard in a long time.
Any one of those three things are pretty hard to handle, and having them all three in 5 or 6 days is certainly a trying time for our community, and that's why we have to uplift each other. Certainly Sunday was the worst day we've ever had in the history of Orlando, but I could not be prouder of how our city and its residents have responded.
Indeed. In fact, I happen to coincidentally know one of your surgeons there, Dr. Cheatham, who helped save lives. Captain, one last question. Do you know, is there any information you can tell me about this man inside, what he was, what he was saying to people or doing or where he was? Any other information to advance the story?
I don't have any other information that was out there. What I would like to say is the citizens of Orlando should know that they have a great police department. They have a great chief, a great SWAT team. That their main goal is to keep them safe, and we'll do everything in our power to make sure that happens.
Well, Captain, I've been down there. I talked to them, and I know that's absolutely true. You guys work really hard, and I also know your sheriff. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you, Greta.
Thank you.